Mankota, again, you are watching and listening to the Tpn TV and radio network. You know, there are so many things where they go on these days in terms of Sierra Leone politics, where it's very, very awkward and it's very, very, I don't know how I could describe it, where the politics in Sierra Leone at this time is just so interesting. I think that's the best description why I get for give on this politics. But at the end of the day, with the land, we are just a little bit over 20 years when we start a real multi-party politics, and the engagements, the party engagements actually started 2012 actually. Now I see the citizens that then seriously engage the politics of their own country. So if you look at that, it's just around 5 years when we see a massive engagement of citizens into the politics of Sierra Leone. So with this, early stage of engagement, citizens engagement, political engagement, we expect so many things the way they go on, where sometimes it look ridiculous, sometimes it look unreal, and all those things they happen because we get people the way they're not mature, number one, in terms of politics. We get people them back way, they are mature, but they just don't care about their own ethics and credibilities. And all them things, when you combine them together, and in the age of social media, you have a problem. And this is now one of the things that we experience right now with politics. And what are they trying to talk about? We get so many things we want to discuss, and I want to discuss about the Commission of Inquiry. We're supposed to start this month, whether probably the end of this month or so, or maybe early next month. They are still working on that. And we also want to talk about with ex-president Anes by Corona, where up to now, about 3 days ago, the APC party announced they come on the 2nd. Today is the 4th. And we don't know what will happen for that. And also, next week, we'll get Yusuf Keketuma at the program. He's supposed to be in this program here today, but by day before yesterday, he called up and say they get focus on side, so now we left him for next week. So he's not able to come this week where I talk to him. And so we'll get him next week. Well, now we start with the rumors. In any society where competition there are people where they find rumors, and most of the rumors there sometimes may not be correct. And one of the prevailing rumor we happened this past week. Now, a rumor we probably started by some inexperienced APC supporters. I don't say not to the leadership when they start this. Now, I kind of just a supporter, we probably just because that's not the way they feel say that's the way that they play politics, and then sometimes when they feel happy about some of their rumors, their way they go around social media like wildfire, and at the end of the day, people they find out say all a lie. They know the thing say. The more you continue for doing some of them things, if you're not possible serious about media, the more you lose your credibility, the more people are ready to take it serious. And at this I thought when I see this rumor, I pull out an audio say, this is not the way we should play with politics. I remember at one time about a year or about 2-3 years ago, when there was a rumor we've been to go around, probably initiated by some SLPP folks, where they say an Eskroma sick, an Eskroma this, an Eskroma that. We have been at the APC, we've been feel very, very angry at that time because we just believe, say, no matter what's the disagreement between an Eskroma and the opposition, I think say an Eskroma number one, Sierra Leonean first, and therefore now we brother. And go one for wish your brother for any bad thing, especially when it comes for when sickness. So we came out and tried for debunk that, and tried really in particular pull out 2 audios and try for debunk that, and try for attack the SLPP and say this is not the way you play politics. Politics you get for the very, very sincere, or at least genuine within yourself. So if we been come out to maintain day, we seen a bad thing, and it's not supposed to happen because I'm a schoolman number one now brother, irrespective of being and number two, now a leader of not to be leader of the APC alone, now a leader of the country. So anybody with a wish leader of a country bad things, then that person they need for go check himself, because at the end of the day when something happen back country, sometimes they need ourselves what you think, but not going to affect them. So that makes it very, very difficult for some of you to just sit down and see some of them here to go around without saying anything, And so this week when we say, President Madabio suffered a massive heart attack, and it in a meditated states. Able to work, able to talk. So the SLPP, they hide them. This kind of rumor, they fly very high. And I've been seeing on social media some people that I give high respect, we at least then therefore stay above some of them, their behavior they bought into that, And they now be share and forwarded this irresponsible audio. I guess what I can say, no matter what, we all not agree with Madabio, but Madabio is a Sierra Leonean, number one. Madabio is the president of Sierra Leone. No matter what you get for realize that same. Now the president of Sierra Leone, and therefore, we get for wish and good luck. And any Sierra Leonean when somebody we want to see that country, they not only talk no more, because we get people that now on social media who they talk to me now patriots, left my country first, but at the end of the day, when you look at the way that they behave, it is on the contrary, But Madabio, no matter what disagreements we will get with now we country leader, we get for wish and for make it succeed. If he succeed, the country will succeed, and if the country succeed, everybody succeeds. You see, that's not the thing where some of we waiting the media, irrespective of the fact that we now opposition at this time, but we have to be responsible for the things that we put in social media. I remember at one time this guy, this musician, Akon one of the African summits there, I think Addis Ababa. So we then talk about the first thing we talk about is the problem with African people is the fact that they are the agents of destruction. What do you mean? Now we self they promote the destruction of real societies. He talk about the United States of America. Say the U.S. If somebody tell you say the U.S. so many bad things that they happen at the U.S. For example, shooting they happen every single day at the U.S. First, the only shooting there where they see massive shooting there when a massive shooting now they see na TV and the media. He said, but there are so many things where they go on where they talk about that. He said because the more you try to get that negativity about the society, the more the outsider they look at that way, and the more it impacts the society negatively. And he's right, he is 100% right, because let me just look at what they go on so na Sierra Leone. What are the benefits where for tell the world or social media say a president is seriously sick, he get massive heart attack. We do very well know a lie they lie. What are the benefits where they get? And I've been a call on most of the civilized APC members them, people like we so, for make them stop that, because if we say during we on time, we say that was very, very bad, it's not supposed to happen, then why would they encourage them? Why would they encourage them? Because now it is the other side, so therefore it's good for the other side, it's bad for us. These are the kind of politics where they play now with society. And it's very, very unfortunate. One of the things where I see some people they don't understand what in the concept of this democracy, they not only understand, especially the component of multi-party democracy. A lot of people, they feel so when they say multi-party democracy, you then a your own party, me then a my own party, you get your own ideology different from your own ideology, it becomes a war. And when I say a war, I'm talking about literally, fight, enmity. Oh, that person I don't want to talk to an SLPP because they need power, that's what they do, that's what they do that. Oh, that person I don't want to talk to and because now APC. Because they do this and they do that, all them things, it becomes a literal war against each other. That's not the intent of multi-party democracy. The intent of multi-party democracy is you believe, say, you get more ideological way for develop the country more than me. Me believe, say, I get more idea for develop the country more than you. It's all about development. Now a competition, political competition. If that is the case, there is no need when we use this type of multi-party democracy in a literal meaning of war or enmity. This is not me enemy. I remember some people there. They even talk to when say an SLPP, they don't want to talk to you. Or when they know the SLPP folks that they know say you're an APC member, they don't want to talk to you. This now one of the problems there was some of we where they try for bridge down that gap, they bring people them together, able and make them let them understand, say it's all about development. What till you get? Which idea will you get for make you develop the country more than me? And try for make you bring out them kind of idea then they so that the people then will able to vote for you for make them see how they do. The same thing with the APC. These are the things, or SNPP or PDP or whatever political party. That's not the intent down the way they introduce multi-party democracy. With that, I know say there is what we call freedom of speech, and without freedom of speech, there will be no true democratical practices. But at the same time, freedom of speech should not trample on the freedom of others. That's another thing where some people they don't understand. I'm free to say what I want to say, but you get to know say, me own saying, my utterance is the way I put, it get to affect the other person, waiting at the implication to the other person. Am I saying for negativity, for making impact the other person negatively? Or I'm saying for improving society? These are some of the things that we actually need to understand. But a lot of times, people do not understand about that. When they say, "Oh, me na APC," some people they even get mind. They're fundamentalists. They even get mind. If you na APC, you try to talk the truth. You criticize APC, then they go after you. Then they try. If you like, you na enemy. I remember. During 2007 to 2000 I think 12, 13, we do not say Sam Sumana was the vice president. I've been vividly remember people there were been they go after the SLPP were been they try for criticize Sam Sumana. Then they try for fail Sam Sumana. It was very surprising for see after Sam Sumana was expelled from we party. I've been see the same people then did. The way they talk about Sam Sumana within William members them. I was just shaking my head and say, oh my God. The person where you don't hail, you don't say Hosanna. Because now the God expeller is no longer a part of the party. He is the worst person in society. And they talk so many bad things, negative things about that. That's not the mentality where we need for change. That's not the thing where we're supposed to no say. This is nothing. It's not nothing to do with multi-party democracy. Not a civilized way. And combined with that, if you come on a family, when a religious family, a family will care about individual or a society. Whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, religion always they talk about unity, peace. So the Bible says you therefore pray for your enemy. The Quran says pray for your enemy. So why did they go with some of them negativity and say, oh, that person, may God kill her, may God do that? Yes, I'm not saying I talk in the talk. God, you will talk what you get for talk. But at the end of the day, it get perception, effects on society. Like what happens. So just somebody sitting down somewhere here in the United States and just create an audio and send it on social media saying, oh, we are not knowing what they go on. The president of Sierra Leone get massive heart attack, and the one they win immunity, we then get the same mentality. Then say, oh, not true. So what do we get for those? Let us scatter this way and let everybody know. You cause unnecessary mayhem. And that's not the thing we're not supposed to employ that with politics. With politics, it's wrong at this time. So it is now that we have to shape with politics the way we want it. If we want a very civilized, genuine, and effective democracy, this is the time when with democracy too young, at the time this will get for shape and the way we want it. If we want a democracy that is nasty, all what we think about, like the 1980s, 1970s, 1960s, all what we think about now for destroy each other, because I remember I was very young during the 80s. When they say now election time, they say now the tender one and the way the citizens and they afraid, because that's now the tender and the way bad things and then they happen. And I know in 2018, why we still think they were renting and I don't really understand. But I believe, say, because of that, those people during the 80s, where been they foment some of them kind of problems, then they were been believe in violence when it comes by elections. Those people are still alive. Those people are still in positions of leadership, and those are the people where they still for teach we the younger one them for still continue with them kind of legacy them kind of uncivilized legacy them. So we're supposed to resist that thing, and we have to resist that. Everybody knows, say, when it comes on criticisms of the SLPP, Madabio in particular, being one of the people that were actually they criticized Madabio from election time up to this time. But I know waiting at the concept of opposition. I know what's not the concept. I criticize Madabio with that outside he do wrong. I praise them and encourage them for continue for do good. While at the same time, I will able to learn from the mistakes the way he do, so that when we come into power, when we young party come into power, we will able to highlight some of them mistakes and then say, okay, we predecessor, now this mistake he do. So therefore, let we not repeat the mistakes and let we make sure so we avoid some of them mistakes and that makes we better party. Not for just going on social media and go begin I don't want to use the word vomit, but for go throw some unnecessary things then, where not able benefits the APC party, they benefit the country, and they even benefits you in 2019. These are some of the things that way we're supposed to resist. It is very, very tempting for say negative things then, especially now the age of social media. You get the mic, you get the opportunity for reach out to people the way not been reached before. So because of them temptation and the availability of technology then people are misusing themselves. I don't see no reason why you use this simple, free technology where we're able to make you a better people, where we're able to make you a better society, for become a destructive element of society. That's now one of the things we will get for one to discuss. Then the other thing I want for now we discuss with me on commentators, the analysts, them. We then they can soon and then align and then listen what they talk. What did really happen? What I mean? Was it a miscommunication within William Party? Because when you come out and say, we ex-president they come, let people then go for welcome out, then not to say it happened, there must be some kind of a breakdown. You know, so now that one cannot really understand why. Because we understand, say, the president in Guinea, based on the party, you know, information, they didn't like Guinea. Now, why they come out and say, President, former President Ernest Koroma, they come, President say, let people then, wait the time which let people then on Lunge airport. Then later, I see another information where they say, you know, the president get for pass through, you know, for good put no for woman again, in order for reach na Lunge. So there is some kind of a breakdown in terms of communication. And I don't know whether it's necessary for make I able to call Cornelius Devoe. I will call her. As the way they call it, they call her. And they call her, now we know what they go on. But these are some of the things that we I want to discuss. Now let me bring in we commentators. We get Mr. Abifonti, we get Mr. Kabo, we get Mr. Ahmed Kanu. That way I will all know say now some of the best that the diaspora when they come from analysis, because they follow up things to the minute and they are always there on top and listen. The most important thing, they are independent, irrespective of their some of them they belong to different political parties, but they are independent when it comes to analysis and trying to understand. Let me start with Mr. Kabo. Mr. Kabo, let's start with the rumors the way people then they found about the president say he's sick or something like that. Why? Where they say the president, some people then say the president get a massive heart attack, and this why this rumor, you know, spread na the media like wildfire. And what are the implications with some of the rumors in the age of social media?
You see, the rumor is one thing, but how for rumor now another thing. Any rumor has, I believe, to some extent has an element of truth. That's what you make to understand. Any rumor has an element of truth. The other thing is depend on how much you want to establish that truth, and especially when you get an scale now of the real situation. So people then they ponder, as you mentioned, you've already said it all. You mentioned that people are, you know, politically biased. In both parties, we've seen that. We don't say an APC, we don't say an APC, but probably the way APC they go with that now is more than what the APC does they do. Because at this early stage, and I don't see video them, and I don't even want to mention them because what we mention about these people, where they pass information and they people they are they get they don't talk to anything to support them. I don't want to talk about them because I look at them, I listen to them, and I will crack now the house like hell because there's no else out to do, and you look at them, they are very dishonest to themselves, not to themselves, they're very dishonest. I don't think you know whether they don't put his hand, say the other hand is cloth or whatever, they wear something they want a bad. I don't know how to do that. They must be bent. I mean, I don't know them together and I go through them. And but with the listen, I don't know how to do the listen to the final information. But I need to understand the president don't come. Correct me if I'm wrong. I need to understand he don't come back now. But I want to just like you mentioned, always hate somebody now one thing. Because you don't hate somebody so much so that you don't even know you are hating yourself or hurting yourself. Because people listen at the world all over very credible when they listen to you and all the time you give them reward and you pray bad for this person, you do this for this person. For no reason, you just need to get affected. I mean, and some political aspects, I mean, political popularity, if you want to win or you want to I don't know if I other political parties, how they see the people that will head the political parties then, how they see about the people that but some parties then, because they start increasing their confusion, then are liars, then are people the way they perpetrate false information, then used by racist information, then used by misinterpretation, then used by corruption. So anyhow, they are happy. They like it, they like the rumors, and there's no truth about it. And I believe the Canadian don't go further than that. And so perfect that. Then people that will do that now very young guys of this day. So if that's why they don't even talk to the public, to the people themselves, whether they stand for government, they don't even talk, they are young. You don't talk how if that the corruption, the peacefulness, the irresponsibility, how majority of Sierra Leoneans are. Because they cannot articulate something where they make sense. You look at it up and down, that things that don't make sense. For one reason and the other, I don't know if that's how they will win elections or that's how they will be recognized. You want a liar, you a liar, you want to die a liar. I don't know. And when we watch these things, we tend to say, where is our country? Where are we going? Some of these guys are very young. They are youth. What we expect to them is crazy now. But because of this, how they are growing, they have to be corrupt to live in the society. They have to be deceitful. They have to be a liar. They have to make stories to live in the society. And that's how Sierra Leone end up, and it's very sad, you know. And it's sad on both sides because of Maravio. They say, you know, don't speak to the Germany, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And I'd like to believe it's not a true story. And some other people will talk about former president Ideka, all the media, and Valente Ideka, and Jam, all that lies. And some people, they even get press on other people, they say, they for Commodado, let them go and let them sex, let them ready this, let them ready that. But then all they have is because they deny. I don't know. I'm really pathetic to other groups there. Where actually they allow them time to do their day and calculate their for instance, we are there about probably 15 to 20 watts off. But they are getting 1,000. One go to 1,000 so I have a lot of almost every staff member of life in Sierra Leone, even though I live far. So, and some people like this, the night higher, just one corruption, they don't think anything tangible, they don't think anything worthwhile, what people they think about the country, what to bring the country together. All they think about is either disaster or death. That's all they are saying for that, disaster or death. And I don't know why, where this country, where it is, or we get to blame the people that we don't they rule this country for the past years or decide this country for the years. They're not able to see some moral behavior in the people there of Sierra Leone, both the youth and even the grown up people. They just live for fun life. It's very ridiculous. And we see these things, we go all the way to the government, the ministers, the vice president, and it's all from their benefit to all these behavior. So you don't know who and who is God in Sierra Leone. Because it's not just the ordinary man. Even the educated man. Even you go to the judges, you go to the Supreme Court, you go to all these things are there. This is very deep and it's a very big concern. The other thing I see that helps me right now in Sierra Leone is that we have got a beginning. And this beginning is at least the beginning of something coming better. And what we do beginning is not that we don't time for it. And we pray for our rest if they go in well one. And as soon as they say, we don't speak, or we pray there. If you don't speak, let go down well body. But this man, man, I don't care what anybody says, because it's not at you, it's at the beginning and probably the ending of corruption coming to Sierra Leone. But anything gets a beginning. You just want to remember, Maravio is transformation. Maravio, there was a time when people and they tell us in a father of democracy. And when you go into it, you play a very, very, very important role as a father of democracy in Sierra Leone. because he was in the junta and he handed over power peacefully. And that alone, in fact, he had a lot of enemies, even to him and his brother.
Well,
There's a lot of enemies there because he had over power, and nobody had over power. And even to the military, he gets a lot of enemies. But this guy, I said, a guy went to tell you that, and in order to for people,
Mr. Gabo,
this is the man where they want. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to go into that too much because we've been there 1996 we are over power waiting in the God. But at the end of the day, yes, you're right. We just believe that's not the real problem right now. Madabio is not the father of democracy. We know that because democracy started before Madabio even being at the limelight. In fact, the 1991 constitution was the framework for make Momo transfer the country back to a multi-party democracy. So the father of democracy is debatable. Yes, he be hand over power when he been get power. If I be fair, I don't know whether if I be succeed because he tried, he attempted, say, let we not get no election, let we make sure say peace day first before election. If you remember, that one day he would not say, I don't know whether the utterance for say mother is the father of democracy is actually true. In my own opinion, it's not true because he was really trying, but because of the pressure where he get pandemic and overpower. But at the end of the day, we get for and credit. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just clarify that when I did mention it earlier on, I understand the policy and father of democracy. But even if it's not the father, but he made a great contribution to democracy.
Correct.
Because, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
And as the military junta, coming into power, for to reduce power to civilians, that alone is something where somebody they think twice and put in attention. And the second thing now, when he comes to power, he will that is forbidden to like if you don't really because it was 6 years or more, then about 14 to 16 years, and then take over. He will forbidden as well. Nobody knows the job because everybody is involved. Now he is going to answer this commission of inquiry. Because the past president said they're not going to do the commission of inquiry because why? They figure out now so then go do them. Where they come on our power. Then go hold them, then go hold them to see them, then go hold this. So they're not going to do that. But Madam, you don't look onto that. What you do, you could because before. You take commission of inquiry. So our party in this case, the message will send to the people, especially in government, in parasites out there, I think that you don't clear to everybody say, anybody will mistake, the next government will start and they come after. So, I mean, this guy, it takes a man like this, you know, that this guy, now, it takes, he made a gutsy decision. This is what they call a gutsy decision, a man decision. Because, Madam, you know, if we don't say, I'm not the president, and whatever, maybe 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, I don't will be president. If you don't say, they will investigate that. But because you get clean half of alone, and you don't, that in one of his manifesto, they say, now for end corruption, now for end leakages, and now for bring education as alone, and we will able to pay for them because of the leakages, and we don't see that Salon get money. Salon not for, and the leakages, and then leakages, and they don't become blocked. We don't see at the bank of Salon, at the bank there, we don't see at the honorable there, with that 600 million, whether it's billion or whatever, we don't see at. We don't see for the salary there and the pension or vacation there, where people meditate. We don't see that everywhere. So the money is there and Salon. So that's why I tell you, what you make some of you support this guy, not because of some of you are NGP. I don't see about 85% of NGP people they support Malawi because this 9 NGP getting planned. And so when we get somebody like Malawi already execute that, we will support her and we will get her. Take go.
All right.
Support her for the next office. We meet the demand because we need Sierra Leone and we need them for change for the better. No, it's not for we or for people and generation here from born. We want to be in the world map. We want to be inclusive. We want to let them talk about peace good, not all the time when they talk about the bad. So,
well, I agree. I totally agree with you. A few things where I want for make sure say because it seems even shocked. Yes, Madabio don't return. In fact, there is a video where Madabio can airport, he come down, he welcome, and based on that video, the way I see, where he can Lungi airport, he waka, he go inside the motorcar, he claim the motorcar, he go inside. That they show say that was a lie. All what them people them in the fan are a lie. Madabio is well and healthy. So that's and I just want for
Mr. Makosa, I don't see all them do them, and I don't see all I want they will cruise on than this one. But you guys will believe that. Not that I not be saying no come, but I mean, you see the way you want to put cash banner, the water like the inside, you cannot be sharp. You don't see the other hand, where you handle like you die. You don't see the multiple death. You don't see and then the family and the sharp that centralized. You don't see all the one.
Well, yeah, that yeah, I understand the point. I understand the point, and but people like me, so that make have been get the chance for make I able call Yusuf Keketuma when I the White House how they call it state whatever like the one way Kawusu been that position where he been get. So Yusuf Koketuma na responsible for White House communication and at the right position nowadays. So make I able to understand. That make I for being and come today for make we can talk for let people there able to get from him. But it's so them call.
My question now to the public, the then one that we send them to them from within America, when we send them to them, when even the then and the talk to people there. Now that this man don't come, is healthy one, is all right, nothing no ground. How then people that they speak now with this man where they bring the information in? And this man, when they snap at the video is that they talk, they show the pictures of this man. They begin from Wednesday, when the man follow now, from this day where the man do this, from this day where they German, where they France. I mean, what they talk about the 16th. And they talk say that you get people that want to follow us. They talk say we follow us there, we glad for them, we got that, and our people. You know what the people that want to follow us.
Well, that, if you listen to me monologue where I would call, that's exactly the point where I've been trying to put on. Because yes, you get right now you get everybody get the opportunity for make you just create anything and send on a social media. But what about your own credibility? What about your own how do they think? How do they think say that some people they take you? That's not the thing why I've been trying to talk about. Anyway, let me go to Mr. Kabu, Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul, go ahead. Okay, Americano, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say hello to everybody when you listen to the program, and we appreciate them. This topic today, Ankuta, all those that is then they win and then they lose. When you look at democracy, that is win and they come back and lose and win and lose. So if you believe in democracy, this not for be any kind of talk of war. Where we don't, if we don't lost election, some people they feel say no, this not for happen. We don't lay above this at this point and time. We don't lay above this. If any party win, they win. Let them decide they can. We need Sierra Leone for the developed. That's the bottom line. And patriotism for the above every party can aspect to they look at. But something is not really right here. Instead of patriotism, what we need is here are the experience that, especially for Union APC, I wrote a post yesterday where I sent out to some of the WhatsApp groups them about cheap propaganda, which is inappropriate. And we don't need our APC at all. If we think positively and we get optimism for Kaba. I write them, I send them out, and I write back about the former president who had go make plans for make he go get a homecoming where he go look like say he still the head of state. Where we know say we former president has been accused of corruption, he therefore go just for be ready for face the anti-corruption commission, he therefore prepare himself. We not get better leadership is na the APC way sustainable. We don't let me have for really communicate and try to put together. Then they go for go blaspheme a president, a foreign president, when a democratic president. They talk about the health, they talk about this, they talk about that. They are not helping the APC at all. These are people that are enemies of the APC. Even way they are APC. That's the way I see it. Because you therefore correct, you therefore raise the standard. Now that you therefore do now look at all the accused people that are with us. We were there behind, now we therefore raise the standard for demonstrating not to all APC the standard with it. If at all they found some of them guilty. Not all the APC people are like that.
Yep.
Not all the APC people are corrupt. So what do we need to talk about here? I am seeing ineptness in the APC. It's like we are ill-hearted when we are not. Very, very few people, and they demonstrate some foolishness like the media. And because what we have here, these are people who don't get no reliable sources. Now people that perhaps they know they ever see them and listen to BBC, African News, they know they listen to Voice of America, they know they go and listen to Al Jazeera, they know they listen to they know get them channel the way they decide CNN International, they know they read everything from Reuters. All of these reliable sources where they cover international news, even in the smallest country, you have Al Jazeera cover some of those things that are happening there. For that, some of those things that are lacking, you know, when people they are lacking, they have no reliable source. And this ill-heartedness is therefore better. Whether now NDC, NPCO, or APCO, when we have a leader, we should know he is a leader for Sierra Leone. At that point in time, it's our responsibility to make that leader the best. Because now the leader will get of that particular time, now he represents the country. If only we can get that correct, we will not go through all this. Then lie there, so me, I'm really hot for some of the APC forum them and they see people that they brand as President Mother the only way will not be and think about or say don't get spoke and all the other things them and some of these guys think they are prolific. They don't know they are the opposite of that prolification. That's what they think. They think they are mature politicians. They are not. They don't even get close to the word mature.
Yeah.
Because if you are mature, you think about your standard in the first place. Who are you? What do you think of yourself and what do you want people to perceive you? Those are the kinds of things where you therefore take into look at the way they what else could walk past where they make former vice president Victor Fo, the people naked na social media. Then people man naked in a room. What else they not go do? So I really, some of them like I just know one for even think about the way they conduct themselves like the social media. They're not a fight for APC. These are people I know are against APC, even though they claim they are not.
Well, one of the things we, Mr. Kanu, one of the things we at the APC we need for doing, like just rightly we talk about, there are so many things then we supposed to focus the attention at this time. for make we able for revive this party. Number one, we'll not even get a leader at the party at this time. We'll get a chairman, we'll get an executive, but I'm talking about a leader where everybody get for look up to for say, okay, probably now the next savior this. And secondly, we supposed to sit down at this time and say, you know what, waiting at the reforms the way we need at this time for make we do. But my disappointment is we already know say some of them people that way they do them they're not they're amateur. Now amateur people the way they don't know what they do. They believe say that the best way they do for the party. So now amateur media people them. But my disappointment is we were mature enough, professional enough for make we know say this not get nothing to do with the APC party. We dey use them and we dey hail them because we believe say anything we get to do with any bad thing we get to do with the opposition, it's a good thing for a party. That's not the thing. Go ahead.
Well, like you said, Mankuta, first and foremost, what good it will do for me if we try to degrade the current existing president of Sierra Leone? What good is it going to do for the APC? They're not doing any good at all, internationally, even nationally. Because you get some people them very religious like the country, they are ethical. And when you get a leader, even in Islamic and in Christianity, you get for respect that leader because it's destiny. He has been destined to rule. Even if you not believe that, okay, don't say not believe in that. But democracy is a practical thing. You go to the polls and win an election. Now, whatever way the SSDC don't win, they don't win, they satisfy them. We hope people them agree for them to be the president. We partisan if we win. We just respect that. And for the fact that that is the way SSDC don't win, it's like some people that they partisan they say the SSDC don't know.
Yeah,
They
you're right.
run out for you not to think them all kinds in the way not necessary. And the SSDC never done. Right now we have a problem here because the chairman himself is the first accused for let's say an inquiry. So in leadership is a lame duck leadership. He all them man the way they don't accuse so until they are tried and found not guilty. They have nothing to come and tell me about their leadership. Nothing. The first and foremost is the America they call any anybody if they have the opportunity to leave until they are tried and justified that they are clean. They don't get a lot of corruption accusations way up here. You can't not people for saying you need me. No, I am not that kind of person because I know the credibility, I know the portfolio I get in America. I am an American intellectual. They just grab the can't try to manipulate me because you're not a politician, you're not alone or anything like that. No. I have to make sure you have a clearance of credibility. So right now, not only that, the people they already know us were the leaders of the APC, and they have to face an inquiry. Are they going to be free from corruption? We don't know yet. So we have a struggle of finding an appropriate leadership, and that's not easy. It's something we have to work on very hard, those who care about the past. Instead of going around blaspheming an SFDC president and going to the social media, making that president to be working like a dog, what is it going to do for the APC?
Yeah.
Instead, the demote with character, the APC character is what they are demoting. Because anybody will see them can see let's say to that, what is now presidency, they will do at all. We are not going to be happy about that. And I tell you, the APC has a strong soldier whose propaganda will be stopped. And we think of only if we do the appropriate things, we can come out to be a very good propaganda machine, provided we are doing the right thing. Even if we are not infallible, we are not going to do everything right. And we therefore look at some of those things and make criticism of them that would help our party so that they know if they bring us back into power, we have something to correct and we can do better. That's what it is. But if they go for God, if they go for talk about something so ill-hearted, thinking about somebody dying, having a stroke, this natural brother. Whether I didn't local or anything, I'm a Sierra Leonean, I'm a brother to all the other tribes. Period. If you not to show up and they not let me just be one for this like me. But I have in my head, it is focused that all Sierra Leoneans are my brothers. We have everything in common. So, working at the reason way and you go with somebody, dead or something because you know in a mistake. There are just some stuff. And then we can be partisan. If you are a good person, you can be the best partisan you can think about. But even you can be so partisan that you become so sarcastic and all this. This is all nonsense.
All right.
Somebody to control this here.
All right.
Some of these guys need to be paused.
Unfortunately, we live in a society where you know, we will control what they come on social media. That's not the. All right, now we go. I don't know if Mr. Cabo is ready now.
No, say no more, Mr. Fonti. Mr. Cabo is on top.
Why is it Mr. Cabo, Mr. Fonti? Okay, because.
So, we go come on. But
yeah.
No, Mr. Fonti, I just want to endorse always with the brother for Cameroon talk that therefore we stand and want the order for the commission of inquiry from Anna is called for another minister, etc. And the commission the authorities of the country. And this is the corona way the uncleaner stuff. I mean, not what I go through. And not to say that bad to say for no more for nothing. Every day we say for way too long, you want to do a monster for this they don't pass the thing. All I know is this. So now it's time to this. So I support all we do for the Amazon talk so far for the talk and the issue that I'm very serious that people when they reach back for this president saving for nothing to do that they are no pay. So that's nine war for the camp as Sierra Leoneans that matters of faith and the point of faith because Mother not the same thing to die. When I go to the American and 72 days now for 5 years, they can do what? They can go 10 years. And based on the plan the way they don't keep the trade, I think I can tell people that we all really have to trade right now. We all have no plan for us. And Mother able to successfully educate this pre-education. And to do the CBC like I say, like the Western area provide transportation. You and me and Mr. Tango and Mr. Kotama in those days, well, so we all have some profit for the common profit. So you know, say one man go down 1% left, just 3-4 of them. Somebody can give us back from today. You all you have to do is in a school, let's just put it again. But that was that money, the mind of people, they will do this matter of it, and plus, we have to put there too, So if this happens, we able to implement that, then I believe the only other party are still able to or be worried that the someone of our man is very safe. And that's no more at the top of the right now. And that I support all these things that come talk and that let APC publicity propaganda machine mother don't let go, they don't paralyze you, they don't do this and so. Me, you know, say not to that because things are at the top of the way we speak around, but we just the way they do the CM before at the end of 50% for Ghana we need to today. There's nothing wrong with the man. I just keep propaganda, people that we do, and we have to stop it.
Yeah.
That way, mostly in an individual.
Well, it can be said. I don't know either, but yeah.
So here I am thinking, the kids are the one there. Why not to stop Nigeria? And why not to stop Nigeria? Where you get people that do as Patan, the Monte, and all that. Yeah, then the one from you, I like to do it. So why you just go see the machine? The thing on a machine is to say, if you say because it's your home, or someone not starting to empower, the apparatus of the day, you can wait for them, but now, you only get maybe one or two, perhaps three states, we government do by virtue of being an ex-president. So why not go stop or tell and meet people then? Because you have been gone for more than 2 months or 3 months, I don't know the number. Why is that part of that? I know you're not going to answer that question. Why not these people? Come on.
Well, I don't know, but you know what? I guess somebody will probably go able to answer that would then call the. Let me as we talk at the type of if he go able to answer, then we go no say yes. He go answer, but I don't know either. And about me, what they call is I think the breakdown of communication on this because if they don't announce the ex-president will come at this time. What will happen? Why he not come? And because that's not them for below make sure say all the preparation is complete behind the scene, and the president himself don't give the CS and they come at this time, so everything don't be in place. Then you come out and explain and pull that out na the public. But again, we don't know.
And not for that, it's communication where you have to see the issue right now. Look at the environment and based on what you believe in Nigeria. Having met with the Commissioner of Police, the Inspector General, so always when he saw, the same day, the Black seems to me that he is also an informer more open to the point than the academy is the chance. If the Black is really to do that, then of innocent and a Roman reports and all that is good to the general. He says that they to the back.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Thank you. Why don't you guys just well, let the Black take over the party?
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Since I've done it, you can talk what you get for talk and do what you get for do, but at the end of the day, Mr. Cornelius. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I have to ask to Mr. Fonte. First and foremost, why can't there be the president such as homecoming where they know say it's a very crucial time for the APC and reformer president? We need for him just keep some kind of quiet things them going. Because any halfway created an impact to former president. Why not just go and ask President Nada Bioti, we man the camera, former president the camp, but this is the way we want him to come. It's not yet to come. He can sample. Nobody knows it like his man. They know fight and this yet. He can sample Namakeni. That is for me the most dignified thing for we for my leader. But then I don't advise former President Kuruma so much so let them bring them come out of context, and they are still advising him wrongly. This is something that they should put down, and the former president himself should realize that if he advises them today, then some of them, so I will not go to them. Because so they have to come and make a Pataba, where he left alone. They did that to activity. He was left alone. Afterwards, President Corona then I really think I was good. I'm telling you how ungrateful politics can be. So you don't allow some of them that are for advisors so much so that right now and just they put the way they bring humiliation to the party and humiliation for us. Let him come quiet and get himself prepared and plan his future after retiring.
Yeah.
And let them let me alone. Let them go.
Yeah. Mr. Kabo, you get anything to say on this topic?
Okay.
Mr. Kabo, you get anything to say on this topic? I don't know. I think Mr. Kabo muting phone or something. Yeah. All right. Well, one of the things, we just get for wait and see, waiting at the next solution. But they advise me in the party for at this time, make them just do things them behind the scene. I don't say make them not come out, but make sure let them focus on how the reform of party, because the most important thing, you can hala anyhow you want for halala. We hala when we be in power with all the hala, because we not put good strategies. Then what happen? We lost the election. So then time this hala this or that, it just cause more problems. So we need to focus on how to reform the party, because the first way, in fact, look, the 9-man committee where they make, where they may choose, where they may say they may give them 6 weeks. I don't know what's in the status of that committee, what they do or something like that. So that's some of them thing they for bring out and try for explain to the party and say this part tonight make we lost the election, and therefore this is the way, this is the recommendation for make sure it not happen again. But bring in President Anes by Koroma with a 50-car convoy. I don't know what's in the political implication on that. The fact is, Madabio is the president of Sierra Leone. We know that. And again, leverage, and most of the things that just like we and Escoma get leverage on most of what they happen at that country. So if me and ex-president by Koroma, I focus on how I will able to get a comfortable retirement until I die, and at the same time trying to give the best advice to the party, since now the chairman say, okay, I believe saying that's what we get for do, but all this, lousy things that they do, and not say maybe not true, because until they brought them, maybe they know what they do. But at the end of the day, I not say it make any difference. We lost the election, and let's focus on how the reform and able to come back in 2023, if possible, or make it come back. So, if anybody gets anything for say, or else let we close. It's 1 hour, 15 minutes. We don't go. So that's, I think, say a very, very important. So, anybody gets anything for say before we close?
No, but I didn't say
yeah, none of the White House communication, what they call, Kekatuma Sandy. You see Kekatuma Sandy? I think so. I think so. You know, say the SLPP right now, they're still 4 months into the government, and still they try to put things together. I don't know what's the paper. So, but he promised me say it come. He promised me say it come next week. Hopefully, it will come. But that's not the promise we give me. So we're able to bring and come and try for make we know what's they go on. Because mostly in they pull video like, for the White House. If you see them video that they write. Nine they wouldn't call them video that they know what they do them thing. So who knows? I think in fact if you look at the list, I think in position they did the list of appointments. Alright, well if we're not getting anything for say again, I think say this now another program you know will they continue for play the role of a media, a genuine media, and when I would watch on YouTube, please, for make we advance more, just click the subscription button. You know, say YouTube then get certain amount of people the way they for subscribe, then they bump you to the next level. If we able to get like 1,000 subscriptions, that means you don't qualify for we wouldn't call advertisements to them, and that's an we commentators probably then will get a stipend or something like that. But it has to be like 1,000 above, and then we're able to apply for. Maybe then we put advertisement now we videos them, and it generates us small money. So, with that, good night.